It better, like, there was over 200 of it. If it's on the other side of the river, I'm gonna have an issue. It said 200. And the other side of the river is bigger than I thought it was, that corner, but I don't think there'd be 200 down there. I think I'm just being unlucky. And I think I heard the gate cut in a little too early there. So I'm going to lower the gate a bit. Here we go. All right, back to our regularly scheduled burdening. The idea for me is that I'm going to set this up to be the bird zone. So build construction floor. No. Which means we need those weird 3-door passages. If I do it here, how many can we have going at once? And does it even fit? The answer is yes, because this is supposed to be a wall rebuilt. So that will fit that way. This will be our little bird gates. And then we need to update this to be where the turkeys go. And we'll put the gosling down here while we're at it, I guess. Can you rename your refuse corpse stockpile the bone zone? I don't have one set up, so that's a good point. I should set one up. But 2, yes, I can just do control in and rename one of them. So I could, in fact, name it the Bone Zone. Would that appease you? Would that appease you, my sire? Do you wish to ride with the Bone Zone? I guess everyone's hauling wood. How much wood? Yes. Yes, I would. See if I can get you up without tilting you, and kind of. Yeah, looks good to me. Okay. No, the crossbow never got made. The crossbow workshop did. The crossbow workshop got made. Not a bone crossbow. Make me a wooden crossbow. We have been making, I think, a ton of bolts, though. We have made a ton of wooden bolts for whenever we have the crossbow. I am not in the kitchen. That is my kitchen in the back. I could shut the door, but I was worried that there would be excess reverberations. I was worried that there'd be too much. I don't know why I'm stuck on the plural of this word. Reverberation? Reverberance. Reverb. It's just reverb. It's just reverb as plural. I thought there'd be too much reverb. We do not have a tanner. We don't have anything. Rhubarb. Yes. No, there's no rhubarb. All that's back there right now is just a quarantine's worth of ketchup. That's all that's back there right now. Because you never know when you need more ketchup. So, you know, this is what you stockpile. All the crazy people stockpiled on toilet paper. But I'm big brain. I knew that you need ketchup. Yes, and pickles. I always go through the pickles like really fast though. You've always got to have more ketchup. You never know when the vile, evil people are gonna break into your house and demand your ketchup. All right, where's the carpenters? 1, 2, I'm gonna need 10 doors. Details, avocado. Yeah, screw those avocados. They're giant seeds that make no sense. There you go. No. The end result was supposed to be yes. The depot's probably going to be over here, and this is going to be like the trade district or something. That was kind of the idea. Right now, though, no, probably not. Because I need to make this hole wider now. That was, like, what I just did was the safety channel. It's really supposed to be 4 wide. So now, for instance, I got to go back through and order the inner row taken out. And then afterwards, we'll go around and take out the outer row. So I don't want to build a bridge because I'm still expanding the hole. Ta-da! The only reason why I'm not taking it out in the middle is because I want them to have an easy way back and forth without saying, oh no, I'm stuck. Actually, do they need to? Is there not a pond I interrupted earlier? Is anyone on the outside of this stuck on the outside of this? Or can I get in? Is there anyone on the outside of this? Hold on, I've already walled myself off, essentially. I wasn't really paying attention to this. Do I have any way out? Well, this guy seems to have an idea what he's doing. We're gonna follow him. Does he know how to get into the base? I'm assuming if he knows how to, then it must be possible. Wherever it is, you have to go way out of your way. I'll grant you that. Okay. Oh, whoa. Oh, there's a path here in the middle I didn't touch. I see. In which case, I must stop everything I'm doing there. Because I never actually did the channeling here. I suppose we can leave that alone for now. Are they already mining? Where are they? No, don't store items in stock. You're miners. Miners are supposed to do the job of mining. Where is wood hauling? There. Oh, that was water. I was off by 1. There you go. No more wood hauling. Back to digging. This is your job in life. You're only allowed to do the digging. And now I need floor hatches, nest boxes. Floor hatches. The hell am I talking about? Can I not do a planning mode for nest boxes? I guess I can't. I need 5 nest boxes. That's the craft dwarf. You make another 2 wooden crossbows. You make some wood nest boxes. They're there. I need 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose I should specify and take it off and repeat so I can say wooden. Lost wooden bolts. Wood bolts. As for all I know, they made a bunch of those out of feather wood. I just thought of that. Which probably means they're utter garbage. Let's make them out of tea wood. Do we have feather wood bolts? Oh, we do. Good. Fantastic. 10 out of 10 garbage weapon. That's just an inside corner. I don't anticipate much damage. Worst case scenario, he falls on grass or sand or mushrooms. He'll be fine either way. What I should do is over here, more towards the inside, I should order them to... Wait, question. No, there's a way down. If they can get from the inside to the ravine, they can use this right here to get out of the ravine on the outside. So they don't even need a bridge. It's just a weirder path, but they can do that no problem. This was probably just a shortcut. Oh, that's what I've been doing. Or not barrels. I've been ordering featherwood large pots to be the lightest around. 2 pounds holding prickleberry wine. 1 pound prickleberry wine. 7 pounds Pearl Malay beer. Nice. Did you get the right package? Because a package and the package are 2 different packages. Now the farm out here needs to go, so I'm just going to remove you now that you're not growing anything. And you, I'm gonna brew drink from plants on repeat. Up top, the craft dwarf who's making nest boxes is going to make me a couple more pots. Featherwood, specifically. It was my algebra textbook. Yay! Aren't you so happy? You can now learn the algebra. Much algebra. 1 + 1 equals the number. Why am I making pots? Because they carry better. They're lighter. Instead of barrels. You only need barrels for like 2 specific things that I'm not doing. So if I don't need the barrels, I'm not going to make the barrels. I'd rather make large pots. I would need a featherwood barrel for comparison. I'm not even sure how much, because featherwood barrels are already like super light anyways. Yeah, no, a pot carries all the same thing as a barrel. There's one workshop that needs a barrel specifically. I think it's the dyers. And there is one particular type of food stuff for some reason that needs a barrel. But other than that, anything can be in a large pot. It requires the same amount of materials and it weighs less. And it may or may, I think it has the same carrying capacity. Give me a sec on this. We have hit a save point. And I have one last round of requested push-ups to do. I don't know if Mr. Man TM's still in the chat. Are you still out there, Mr. Man TM? Or do you just show up at the beginning to take up all the push-up requests and then flee cackling into the night. No, I guess he left some for other people because Sirlac has now done a request. Well, I did the 10, so that's got to wait till the next seasonal change. Can you put bags in barrels? Yeah. Yeah. They literally do. This is why, they literally do all the same things as barrels. Oh, that one doesn't have anything in it, just making me look crazy. Yes. And barrels have the nice feature being able to do mead, pots have the nice feature being able to do mead, where a barrel does not. The only thing is you can only do it at a craft dwarf. Man, let's go laptop for my kid with a Ryzen 5 4500U plus Vega 8. I think it's as good as my desktop. Well, your in-laws love your kid. I'm playing Gorton and I've just changed to pots from now on. Cheers. I ever made stone pots when I couldn't get wood. So, yes, you can do pots of any of the materials. Maybe not bone. Can you do a bone pot? I was about to say a statement. Let me make sure. I don't think you can do a bone pot. You cannot do a bone pot. You can do stone. You can do a rock pot. You can do a wood pot. You can do a shell pot. You cannot do a shell pot. You can do a clay pot. But if it's not fire clay, you have to glaze it or else it can't hold a liquid. But if you're not doing clay, it can. So for materials, it is cheaper. Or it weighs less. But a stone pot is probably still gonna weigh, a stone pot is probably still gonna weigh more than a wood barrel, I believe. Only remember stone pots, so couldn't get wood, no bone. Saguaro rib pot, hey, glass pots, yeah, maybe even glass pots. Yeah, they're just generally superior. There are, like I said, there's two things that require barrels, and kind of really who cares? It's for dyeing, in order to make the dyer, and that's the workshop, not it actually doing anything. I think you need a barrel. And then there's like one food product that requires barrels, not pots. But pots, you require pot to make mead. In my opinion, mead is superior to whatever the other food material is that I can't even remember. And if I can't remember it, that clearly means it's not worthy of my time. Did I order like 5 nest boxes? I only have 4. Where? Are you actually injured this time? No, he's just tired. He's just sleeping. Is that what it is? Is it the ash tree? I knew it was something. Glass pots. Ash tree 2. Weighted stone pots are a quarter to stone's weight it's made from. So unless you're making cinnabar parts, they're not that heavy to haul. Yeah, I was just saying their weight compared to wood. I think the lightest pot is the clay one. I think that is just always the most superior pot. Is that a hole? Oh shit, that could have caused a cave in if I wasn't paying attention. Do that now and do that now to get him out of my way. Boom, da doom, doom, doom. Extracts, milk, and lye must go in apparel. That's what it is. Extracts, milk, and lye, mead. This is your comparison. This is your comparison. Extracts, milk, and lye versus mead. I will make barrels for the lye so I can do soap. That's it. If I can get rid of barrels for everything else, I'm gonna do that. Oh, and they have a different area in the stockpiles. If you are doing a furniture stockpile, you will find it under large pots and food storage. Otherwise, a barrel, I think, is under finished goods. Nope, apparently I'm crazy. Is that also a furniture? Yeah, it's under furniture as well, but it's a different setting in the stockpile. Would you stop getting yourself hurt? I just see the conversations with Shadowmark now. Have you taken blows to the head? Hundreds! Hundreds of blows to the head. It builds character, you see. Nothing makes a dwarf more dwarfier than taking blow upon his brow. How did you cause one that time? Stop every corner. How do you fuck up every corner? I thought we were past that one too. That's what confused me. Can't make pots from leather or cloth. Yeah. Well, this is one of those like one of those philosopher questions. Is not a pot made out of leather just a canteen? Is that not just the liquid, the leather pouch, the canteen? Or would a canteen be considered a mini leather pot? All right, who is the tree cutting man? Why is he not cutting these trees? Who's my tree hater? Domine, what are you doing? Hauling wood. Can you stop? Also, are any of these birds preggers yet? Hell yeah, pregger bird. Bird lies, pregger bird. And back, what's up? Nothing much. We just keep trying to kill our minor dwarves. We're building up their resilience to blunt force trauma. We have 70 drinks, 90 plants. We would be working on eggs for food, but I want to up our turkey population first. No, flask is metal. It's called something when it's made of leather. It's not called a flask. Forgetting how to get to it. Water skin. Thank you. Water skin is a water skin, not just a barrel made out of leather. About to make there be more tree haters. Like, hurry up. Kill the trees. The trees are really elven agents in disguise. We know this to be true. All right, by the way, I believe our miners have done what they needed to do. Yeah, they're socializing now. So we can afford to have them now finally clear out the outer side of this. Yep, the outer side. And this will be just, like I said, this is just a rough perimeter of what we can be doing. I might, especially in that central square, do an actual like circular moat or something. This is just the definitive stay away. Stay away from my projects line. It's a decent chunk too. So many people still hauling wood. What did I say? Did I say barrels? It's so confusing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, but better. Really saw that coming. But really though, is not a pot just a better barrel? Oh, he actually hurt his hand this time. Oh no. He bruised his muscle. All right, we're good. It's just like a sprain. Or is that a strain? He's got an ain. His muscle's been ained. Much too aining. Like I said, this is the last one other than that internal line. Oh, and the additional. Don't forget the additional. But down below, we have way below. This farm is supposed to be on sunberries when we get them. You will brew drinks from plants. Farmers would process plants. If I had the plant that made clothing. I'm not sure about the dining rooms. Everyone's got their beds, right? You know, it's about bedrooms 1. I don't know bedroom 6. Moron. Okay, there you go. Now you got a bedroom. Problem solved. Idiot. Let's get rid of the still. All right. Now, I know for certain that, because it told us earlier, there's goblins nearby. It said goblins, right? It was elves that we didn't, we have dwarves, humans, goblins. I believe that is what we have somehow nearby us. I don't know where or how, but they're supposed to be near us. Are you goblin territory? You're purple. Ah, there are our goblin neighbors, but the dwarves are in the way, so we might not get many goblin invaders for a bit, just because there's a massive massive dwarven civilization between us and them, acting as a barrier. So I think we got time to piss them off. We have human neighbors somewhere. I'm not seeing them. Supposedly there's one less cavern. I don't know about that, but supposedly we have one less cavern. I can start getting everyone inside and having proper bases. I can start worrying about things like that. I see our turkeys are being bred. They're doing their sweet, sweet turkey thing. This right now is my below ground ranch. So this is for the people who don't need to eat the food. Should be the puppies and dogs? I think I should just keep the dogs and puppies down here for now. Not the cats, they never listen. But if we can get them all down here for now, we should be good on that. Can you explain what the turkey setup is? It looks strange. Yes. So the turkey setup is admittedly slightly more complicated than it has any need to be. Let's just be frank on this. Part of it is just because I think it looks better than how you could just do it generically. The turkey setup is that one, turkeys don't need to graze on grass to eat. So you can just throw them below ground. You'll notice they actually generate worms. This is how turkeys eat. Wherever a turkey is, it generates the worms that they supposedly eat when they scratch the earth. So this is an entire room to keep them safe from being above ground and enemies and all that good jazz. However, part of their pen pasture includes nest boxes, because you need nest boxes for the turkeys to be able to lay the eggs in. It has a double door system, so I can go to the outside doors and say not pet passable, so that the turkeys don't leave. But how effective that is actually questionable, because if a dwarf goes in there to get eggs, then it's open and then the turkey could leave then anyways. So again, part of this is just for show. The inner door and or the outer door though is so I can lock the doors individually to, if something comes in, it's more time to prevent something from killing the turkeys. If someone's having a mood and they're gonna destroy a door or something, they're not likely to pathfind through 2 doors to go beat up a turkey in the back corner. Or if he's having a mood, I can lock the doors in his way. But also, you can hit F to forbid the eggs like I did manually. But let's say I had 5 turkeys and I'm like, they're gonna lay some eggs. I don't wanna have to pay attention to when they're doing it. I can just lock all 5 of the outer doors, and that would prevent the turkeys, anyone from going to get the eggs without me having to check and forbid the eggs individually. So there are some minor benefits that aren't completely necessary, but it does help slightly. And if I get wood all the way around, it looks nice. You can also duplicate the exact same thing above ground, though it's not necessary. Yeah, no problem. And if there's any other questions, everyone feel free to ask. That's kind of half the purpose of these streams. Though, and this is not a thing for don't ask, but a message for those of you who are shyer and or want to peruse at your leisure. The primary YouTube channel, RNG Strategist, I have a playlist called the College of Dwarfology, where I actually just sit there in an edited YouTube video and I address a topic in detail. To make things easier to understand that maybe you didn't know you didn't understand. The archive channel is just where I upload what I'm doing now, but in 1 hour bites, with the audio slightly edited to be nicer. You're right, we got a big migration wave. And of course, if anyone's wanting to have one of these dwarves named after them, all they have to do is type in !Dwarf, DWARF, or !Dwarf, DORF, and we can name one of the dwarves after them. And then you can use the channel point reward system to request things for your dwarves. Admittedly, right now, a lot of the requests are probably going to be on hold for a while, as I don't have, for instance, access to stone. So a bit of it's going to be a while, but you could already be having something planned up for your dwarf to be doing in the future. Hauler, blacksmith is a dyer builder. Bookbinder, I love you, I really do, but you're gonna have to be a hauler right now. I don't have that. The one bowyer. Guess what? Legendary crossbows now. There you go. Brewer becomes brewmaster. Clerk becomes minor noble. We just had birds, elf hater, 5 farmers. Right, first of all, a goose screw up. Second of all, you are not all farmers. I hate that everyone and their uncle calls themselves farmers. All right, Harold Beaver, you are a legit farmer. Everyone else is not. However, this man is going to be a plant lover. And this man is going to be a plant lover. This man is going to be a hauler. I'm going to commit all that through and look at farmers again. We have 2 farmers. All right, I should have had that where someone else was legit farming. You are a legit farmer as well. Yep, I'll commit that through. Sort that out. Fish dissector is a glitch skill, doesn't do anything useful. And the gelder, well, I don't need to be gelding right now, so you're a hauler. 2 hunters, 1 military axe, 2 miners, 2 minor nobles, peasants, what the game calls a hauler, 4 plant lovers. I may have gone a little over on the plant lovers, but I'm gonna send them all up top to grab a bunch of plants. Potash maker, you're a wood burner, but for now you're a hauler. Ranger's a hunter. Soap maker. You can do soap making, but you look like you'd be a great hunter. So you're a hunter. Stone crafter. You are a stone boy, which I call... What do I call the stone crafters? Stone grinder. Tree hater, you're still a tree hater, and 2 woodcutters. One of you is getting reclassed into a tree hater. The other one is getting reclassed into a hauler. I mean, all that through, we should be good now on that. Let that go. No. Actually, I genuinely don't. I've done a massive series of editing on stream just to bring people through it. It's literally mostly just balancing the audio levels. I trim out the beginning of an hour. Like, whenever I'll hit record, there'll be a dead space. I'll say, and we're back. There'll be a dead space. I'll figure out where I was, and I'll start talking. I cut all of that part out. And at the end, I cut out right when I say, catch you next time. And that, in the middle, is like 99% untouched. It's just I balance all the audio levels because I save every audio level individually, so it's easier to get each thing balanced correctly. Because if I'm loud and I lower the audio or I balance it to that, but the music was already quiet, it would get possibly affected. So I balance every audio level individually, then recombine them together. Also, the stream only easily gets audio at 160 bits, and the audio I record for YouTube is 320 bits. Also, I record 1080 for YouTube, and I can only stream 720 for Twitch. So it is slightly better quality in terms of graphics and audio. That's just because of how Twitch works. If I stream to you at 1080, but they have a bunch of people streaming, I'm not a partner, so I'm not guaranteed that you can set it down to 720. And if you're on your phone, you might have issues, or low internet, you might have issues streaming at 1080. So even though I can broadcast you at 1080, it always seems to cause a lot of issues for people, so I only broadcast at 720. Also, we have a petition. Guild Hall for the Company of Packing has many members in BluntLantern, and it now requires a guild hall. The location must be built in Furnace with the hall designated for a farmer's guild. Do you approve this request? Yes, I do. I like farmer guilds. They are a very useful group to have. So, I am just going to do that down here. I'm going to label this a meeting area and assign this a location of a craft guild hall, and I'm going to say farmer. And then we'll see from here what I need to do to make this better. Farmer hall? I think that worked. They just said to do it for farming. If I now look at the animals, it says Company of Packing. We're going to switch this to citizens only. I agreed to build a guild hall. They need some worth in there, though. Makes sense. We're going to order up a bunch of tables. They're going to need tables in the back. And or can I do some statues? I don't have stone, so it's going to cause a bit of an issue. Table. Chair. And also, comma, I just remembered halfway through that, we now have a legendary bowyer, so I'm taking Sanctum, Earman, and Medtob off of the bowyering job, because we have someone that can make much better ones. So I'm going to have him crank out a couple of wooden crossbows, because I'm assuming some of them will be high quality, and the ones that aren't, we will sell. I did set up custom professions. So there is a lot of them. About 8 of them, admittedly, need to be taken away. They're just old professions I don't really use. Then I'm going to bring the mouse over to this computer so I can see what the hell. I think I feel like I missed something. Big migration, edit, first 100, then I carve bedrooms. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you there. You're completely right. What was I again? I'm a farmer. Hell yeah. Did you set the custom professions? Best part of this, I ordered in our textbook. Music is louder than normal today. All right, so the music is not louder than normal. It's that my audio levels were completely off to begin with. Here's a thought. Long one. I think I'm just broadcasting out louder than I normally do. So, genuine question for everyone. I'm going to need some feedback or I'm going to be a crazy person. I have now just, the broadcast audio line, I've lowered by a couple decibels. but I had already lowered my mic and I've now lowered the music. So I might now be too quiet. A, is the overall audio probably too low? And second question, my audio compared to the music, am I too low? Because I've got some slight hearing issues, so I don't pick up on like some of the minutia in audio. Hey, Jeb is back. My nobles did something useful. I am digging down. Why am I not digging straight down? It's because I'm digging a big footprint for a base. We had a big flat area, so I'm trying to make use of it. Like, this is gonna be a moat and shit. Ooh, a masterpiece. I knew we were gonna get some of these eventually. So I am digging down. It's just taking more time than one would account for because of how much I'm digging. I believe I've trimmed that to 4x4, other than the area down here. Have I done the whole thing as a 4x4? This area I never touched. So there is that. All right, time to split the base. Boom, 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 boom. All right, turn this into wood. Take that all the way around. Turn all of this into wood. Then replace. Good question. Don't know. Kitchen. Pomegranates. Plump helmets. No. I'm still not seeing Raimi. Actually, this would be whatever I could probably actually cook, so that wouldn't help me, would it? I don't know where this Raimi is. But this is why we just got a bunch of plant lovers. So I'm just gonna do a big old gather plant command. Somewhere in here we gotta grab Raimi. I'm just gonna have him brewing drink from plant and fruit again because we're down to round 40 some odd drinks. We need to fix that. Build construction wall. If I'm doing the back wall, I won't have to worry about the corner, so I can just do this up. And that'll just get done. Audio sounds okay. I appreciate 720p too. This is good. I have hyperacusis and tinnitus. I promise I'll tell you if it's bad. Yeah, no, please. Please, for the love of God. There needs to be another term than pet peeve. A pet peeve of something. Nothing with my setup drives me more bonkers, we'll say, than not realizing my audio is wrong. Especially when I think my audio is right. I had a series of videos on YouTube where for a while I was trying to reconfigure it so the audio balancing and quality was up and down and up and down. Drives me bonkers when something is not right, particularly if I think it is right. It's one of the reasons like why for the YouTube thing, I just do it by numbers. I literally just math it as much as possible. Turned out though that a lot of my audio was way fucking louder than I thought it was. I was only lowering myself down to 6, 9. I was only lowering myself down to 6 decibels, or down to -6. And it turns out like normal conversation, like the loud end of normal conversation is -10 decibels. So now my audio levels in my later things are a bit less, you know, screaming at people. Which people seem to appreciate. People seem to appreciate not being screamed at, I've found. What corner? The one in the upper right? They're gonna get built. I'm careful about it. Just drag him in hunting it? Yeah, that's a good question. No, because he's constructing building. Second question, does he have... He has a crossbow. And he has a quiver. And the quiver has bolts. He has everything he should need to go hunting. So if he's not hunting, it's no longer my fault. You cannot blame this on me. All right, and even though it's sand and it's not completely necessary, just to future-proof this, because if you have something that plants can grow on and you hit the caverns, they're gonna grow all throughout your floors. I am going to put flooring down inside a cave where I do not need it, just so I don't get mushrooms here in the future. So everyone knows you got mushrooms growing on your floor. Next thing you know, you're gonna have to be going around in like weird little shower flip-flops or else everyone's getting freaking athlete's foot. So we're gonna sit here and we're going to just cover all this, or the central hallways. I'm not gonna go crazy right now in wood, just so that it's covered. Did you know that decibels are log scale? Plus or minus 10 is doubled or half volume. Yes, so I was aware it was a log scale, but it never genuinely occurred to me exactly like what I was doing with the audio, if that makes sense. I thought 6 was good. Turns out 6 is very loud. The normal maximum for people talking is at -10 if you're going to be trying to balance out audio. Like I said, I was already lowering it to 6. My steps when I do the audio thing is I lower it to 3, then do the audio tweaks, and then I was lowering it down to 6. The audio tweaks being trying to like muffle out any hum from the background room, so on and so forth. And the what is it called? There's a thing where if you're above it, it quiets you for every decibel you're above a certain level. I'm forgetting what that is called right now. Hold on. As we say for another season, is it Cyrlac earlier? Cyrlac ordered more push-ups, but as we're near the end of the request log, I think he only got 5 in. I don't know if that's because we've already filled up the entire daily, but we'll do it. And just for Cyrlac, this is gonna be bad, but I'm gonna try a triangle. I used to be bad at these. Oh god. So to be fair, I half cheated that. Because a triangle is supposed to be more towards your head, not in the middle of your chest. But I gave you a little something extra and you're gonna be happy with it. Dwarf Fortress orders things first in... No. Dwarf Fortress orders things last in, first out. But that's more for designations. But even if you didn't do that, it orders parallel. It... Hold on, I shouldn't have done the A. For designations, it tends to be last in, first out. However, the way everything sends its call tends to mean that because it gets done parallel, that really what's going to get done first is just whatever's closer. Because every single wall piece is ordering out a command at once. So at that point, it's just travel time. And first in, first out, last in, first out doesn't matter at all if you have 20 people doing 20 things at once and some of it's closer than others.
No.
So I've tried to start 10 forts after... What are you bitching about? There's nothing blocking the sight. Why is there a piece of wood here? Try to start 10 forts after one session. I figured I wanted to do something different and start over. Anyone else have this problem? Do I need an intervention? I do that too. I just stopped playing. Yeah, all the time. I mean, the last 2 bases I've done, the base before it was basically dead on arrival. The last base I did, we just ended up purposely nuking the world because of the horrible situation above ground. You're not always going to get something to your taste. There's nothing wrong with that, particularly if you are just doing it for fun. There's no reason to push yourself to play a map you don't want to play. Nothing wrong with that. All right, now we're getting our pulse. Huzzah. And all the pulse are immediately plummeting the frames. What the shit, you little annoying birds. How many pulse got hatched? I can never remember if cavies are a grazing creature or not. Holy crap, cavies are grazing, that is right. All right, you stupid guinea pig. I'm gonna create a little area over here just for the fucking cavies someone brought. Let's see if we can get that sorted out. Like, if they're not trying to pathfind out it, we shouldn't have an issue. How many pulse do we just get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 23. Why didn't just for the looks? Were you not the one that asked that earlier, Druid's Mead? Essentially, as someone said, there was an answer to that. I think I went on for about 5 or so minutes, plus about the reasoning for that room. There are a couple of minor benefits to doing it that way, but the benefits even altogether are so minor that you could genuinely gloss over the whole thing by saying it looks nice. There are a couple of niche scenarios where it's kind of slightly useful and it reduces the amount of micro I have to do. But other than that, not even really. Unfortunately, everyone's now getting interrupted. So a plant gatherer got interrupted gathering plants and dumped all of his plants on the ground, including 4 Raimi plants. Huzzah. Please get the Raimi plant before it rots, you jackasses. All right, I was working on this. Never went left, but I can go down. No, I'm supposed to be going down over here. What the hell am I talking about? Hey ho ho. There we go. Order the last of that to be channeled out. Then we'll spread it to 4. And then we'll do the one across and we'll be good. However, this will now remove our ability to bridge. So I will make a bridge. Like so. This will be the way out for now. Actually, no, cancel that. For now, we'll just have a permanent one. I'm not gonna have the mechanisms and anything else up to par. We're gonna need multiple of these. So I will just order a series of bridges across everything. This is how we're gonna have to get on or off these for now. We must create a cavy farm. Oh, I didn't see the doors. I tend to just lock the burb room. Well, so that's what the doors are for. It is essentially a way to lock the burb room. There's only 5 of them because that happened to be the exact width that this is all going to be. Having multiple nest boxes just allows there to be a plethora, and also I can lock out individual birds. I'm literally throwing every bird in that room, so if the peacock lays an egg and I don't want it to breed, I can selectively choose to lock the door behind the peacock but not the door in front of the peacock, so the dwarves can steal its eggs, and then later on re-unlock the door behind it so that the peacock can go back into the rest of the bird box. Essentially, it's a controlled way of having out and in. So I can be like, no, no, yes, but not really, no, no, so on and so forth. It's just a series of airlocks. Like I said, there's a couple of weird minor benefits depending upon different scenarios, but ultimately, it looks nice. Every single benefit can be done a completely different way. I'm just cramming them all together into that door system. Well, that I'll have to work on. Did we hollowed this out already, right? Good. Next up, get the trees out of the way. Thank you, trees, for existing. And while we are waiting, I'm going to start having this hollowed down another Z level. Because I have the miners and I might as well use them. This time they cannot possibly cause a cave-in, so I'm going to do this, particularly because I know I don't have to worry quite so much. I am, however, going to stop right around where I have the lip to go up. That way we can get out of this when we need to. My idea for this moat, give me paint. My idea for this moat, by the way, is we have the water at this level. I do not want that water at this level in my moat. So if I breach the water from below and do a diagonal so that the water doesn't get through, I can make the moat be 1 level lower than the river, preventing anyone who just thinks they can swim from doing so, because this would require them to want to climb and go down and then swim. Whereas if the water is at the same level, they just seem to actively swim across it. I'm going to make sure that someone who comes across needs to be a swimmer and a climber, and this is rough allowing them to climb, but up here, with it being 4 wide, I'm going to be able to bring it out by 1 and still have a 2 gap preventing them from hopping from one to the other, I think. Might only end up being 3 on that, but either way, if they climb down into the water, they will then have to come up and climb, which they can do at the lower level, but then have a difficulty actually getting into the base. That is what I'm trying to do with this chunky squarish moat on the outside. This place does not freeze in winter. That is why we do not have fish. The area is scorching hot. Dangerous terrain. The area is scorching hot, and it flash fried all the fish in the river. There were tons of fish at the beginning of this base, and they all just got fucking steamed. Steamed hams happened here. They're dead. Skinner lied. Skinner lied to everyone. We got some turtles up before they all baked to death. So that's good. Good defense, no unlimited amount of food, and crafting, because we had turtles. That would have been a ton of crafts good. But whatever, we're not allowed crafts goods. Yay. No, death is too cruel for the carp. I don't think there was carp there. It was just turtles. It was just shellfish and turtles. But luckily, we have the capybara here to keep us company, and they'll keep us safe. It'd be funny if they saw flash fried right there. However, have they trees been removed? They have. DH at a lower priority / higher priority to trim this to 4 to finally get that out of the way. We can if the hunter decides he wishes to do so. And right now, Dragoman is listening to a story. Is it a good story, Dragoman? In the mid-spring of 153, the company of packing formed a BluntLantern. No, it's not a good story. It's not a good story at all. But I see we've hit the hour mark. So for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.